In our previous links, we have discussed the general properties of gases. Gases are of two types, ideal and real gases. Starting with the ideal gases, we know that ideal gases are the gases which obey gas laws under all the conditions of temperature and pressure. And the ideal gases which obey gas laws are Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro's law, Graham's law, and Dalton's law. These laws were based on experimental observations and a formula was formulated, but it lacked the theoretical foundation or mathematical representation to ideal gases. To overcome this, several workers studied the properties of gases and found that gases are essentially composed of free moving molecules. The basic ideas of the gas workers were to mention and explain the behavior of gases in a mathematical formulation which is known as kinetic gas theory. This theory succeeded to attain a rigid mathematical form and was applicable to ideal gases. The main postulates of kinetic gas theory are: first, the first formulation was every gas composed of small tiny particles which are also known as point masses, and these point masses are known as molecules. They are perfectly elastic, hard and incompressible spheres. The molecules for one gas is identical in mass and size but differ from one gas to another. Second, the actual volume of molecule is negligible as compared to the volume of the container. For the same gas, all the molecules are of same size and mass. So we can say that the volume of the gas is equal to the volume of the container. Third point, the gas molecules are always in a state of zigzag motion and they move in all directions. These molecules, they move in a straight line unless and until they collide with other molecules or to the walls of the container. The molecules move with uniform velocity between two collisions. Fourth, the molecular collisions are perfectly elastic so that there is no net loss of energy. When the gas molecules collide with one another or against the walls of container, we can say that, suppose we take two molecules which collides having the mass m. Before collision, the velocity of one molecule is v1 and the velocity of second molecule is v2. After the collision, the velocity of the molecule changes from v1 to v-1 and from v2 to v-2. So then, if the molecules are elastic, there will be no loss of kinetic energy and it can be expressed as follows by this equation. The total kinetic energy of the molecules before collision will be, because you know the kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, that is half into mass into velocity square. The equation will be half mv1 square plus half m into velocity of the second molecule's square, and after collision the total kinetic energy of both the molecules will be half mv square for the first one, half mv square to the second one, and taking the sum of these two. So the equation becomes half mv1 square half plus half m2v2 square. This is equal to half mv1 square slash plus half m2v2 dash square, or the kinetic energy before the collision is equal to the kinetic energy after the collision. Therefore, before and after they are equal in magnitude, the collision is said to be elastic. Fifth, there is no attractive force operating between the molecules. So, neither they have a force of repulsion existing between the molecules. It is considered to be that the walls of a vessel in which gas has been contained, the molecules move independently of each other. Since there is no force of attraction or repulsion between them, they move irresponsible to each other or unattractive to each other. The molecules are also unaffected by the gravitational pull of the earth or gravitational force. Sixth, the pressure of the gas is the hits recorded by the molecules on the wall of the container in which gas is contained. Thus, the total pressure of the gas is equal to the pressure exerted by the gas molecules on the walls of the container. The average kinetic energy of the gas molecule is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. This means that the average kinetic energy of the molecule is same at a given temperature. It does not change until and unless the temperature is changed. Kinetic energy of the gas does not depend upon the mass of gases also. Therefore, it is mass independent of the gas. Now, this is clear that these above postulates are applicable to ideal gases. Therefore, the gas which obeys Boyle's Charles law, Avogadro's law, Dalton's law, and Graham's law in all the conditions of temperature and pressure, these are only approximately valid for the real gases. If applied, thank you. Today